You should do it like this, like Hot Ones, but just bring in people that don't eat a lot of bread. People with celiac disease.
It's breaking bread.
It's good to see you, buddy. Sorry I had to cancel last week. Thanks for coming.
Wait, don't tell me, man.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
That is you. I was like, as I said, there are so many white people that were probably very excited to see you.
They were like, thank God you saved the show. It was funny because I had to run up there to fill in. And
who dropped out?
Well, Peter Sagal is the host for 25 years. And I've guest hosted for him a couple of times. And last second they were in Seattle, and last second he got COVID. So they called me. I was in the middle of my radio show at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and they're like, can you be in Seattle at 7 for the show? And I was like, I don't know. Can I? You
and then
tell
they were
me.
Like, no, can you?
I'm like, I'm free, but can you physically get me to Seattle in that time? And I said, look, son, I'm tired. I travel all the time. It's got to be first class.
Well, yeah.
I said, or private. I'm sure that would get me there on time.
And you're like, the wait, don't tell me plaza cannot afford. Does it? You took Alaska, I assume.
So I took Alaska, and they were very apologetic. I could tell they were in a jam.
Yeah,
so
I
just got to go do it, and it was coach middle seat on the way up.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
That's
rough.
right. People, yeah,
it was really rough, I'm tired. But just in the scenario, from Van Nuys to Seattle, private, one way. Guess
30,
48.
At last minute too.
48, yeah, last minute, 48. Yeah. And I was driving back.
That's a pretty good car.
I was driving.
That's a nice car.
That's a really nice car. That's a tuition. I was going back to the airport the next morning with the producer, and I'm like, let's just think about this. Physically, we accomplished it. I was here. I did the show, and it cost us $300. It could have been $48,000 one way. That's so disgusting.
Oh, right. Or I thought you were going to be like, that is so it's disgusting that they didn't get you the jet.
It's so gross that they put me in the middle seat is what I'm trying to say.
No, and then flying back. Did you fly back to Burbank?
I flew back, to LAX. I know, you were really pushing Burbank. Yeah. I loved it, by the way, canceling on you and being like, Joel, we're like 2 minutes from doing the podcast, but I got to run. And you were like, cool. You could just tell someone else who's been traveling and doing this for their whole lives, because immediately you were, are they flying you first class? Where are you going to fly out of? Are you going from Burbank? Are you going from
crazy?
It was totally the game of like, can I make it? And travel it's such a sickness.
That is, sometimes I wonder, I wonder if I've spent, when I die, how much, when they add it all up, when God adds it all up, how much time I spent in an airport.
Yeah.
And But that LAX.
Do you look forward to flights when you are busting away from the family? And
no,
not at all.
I used to. I used to be like, look at me traveling because someone else needs me somewhere else. And I didn't travel as much, so I thought it was pretty exotic, which I completely. If I fly somewhere exotic, like if I'm going overseas, then I'll be like, well, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And but now now it's like I love, now that my boys are teenagers, I'm like, oh, I have this is it. We're getting close.
Yeah.
So now I'm very nostalgic. That said, I like working. I love it. So I do it all the time.
You work all the time.
And so I'm not like, and I understand, a lot of stuff shoots out of town.
Yeah.
And so I go out of town, and when I'm there, I feel somewhat guilty because I'm like, sorry, I'll be over here.
Yeah.
Gotta go out to dinner again. And, but we're working, but, yeah. When's last time?
It was weird when my daughters are now in college, and one just graduated college.
Dear God, you are old.
So old. And at the stage you're at now, like they're still at home. One left, right? Didn't one go?
No, we got 19 and 16. They're home now.
Okay. Yeah, at that age, a little younger, I would be like, I'd come home early. I'd be like, oh, it worked out. I get to come home a day early. And I'd be like, Dad's home. And they'd be like, yeah, but I'm going to a party. Well, I
Yeah.
have this show. And it was like, oh, it already happened. I think they haven't gone to college, but they
Yeah,
have their own
they're
life.
being driven around and all that, and doing their thing, and I guess I've done my job. Now thank you I feel I'm guilt-free now. Thank you. How often do you travel every weekend now? Still?
Not every weekend, but
a lot.
I say a lot. I say 2 times a month. And
You ever gotten to the
my
point
wife would probably argue
okay.
that point.
She'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
It's 2 times
You haven't been home in years.
Yeah. I mean, it's the nature of our silly business that is wonderful.
But when you're home, you're really home.
That's when I hear, like, you're a great dad when you're home. I'm like, oh. I am? Okay, great. I don't feel as bad. What about all these dads that are home all the time? They must be incredible.
Yeah, but they're really angry and they're beating their children. And
I thought we were going to cook the bread.
no, I made this for you, and you get to bring it home.
I'm going to bring it home. But you were right. Your video was absolutely correct.
On my post on Instagram, I said I'm making this for Joel, and
Well, you made the first one. This is for Jim Jeffries,
yeah,
who I always wanted to meet. I've never met him.
You could have met him. He was just
I
here
heard
a little
he's
while ago.
a delight.
Yeah, you guys would get along actually.
He's incredibly funny.
Yeah.
Not saying that you're not.
Well, thank you. but
equally.
I was like, this is kind of weird baking bread for Joel because it has a carb in it.
Yeah.
and you're
And I only did 4 hours of exercise today. So that's
what did you do today?
lifted weights
Okay.
and played tennis for 2 hours.
Really?
Now, that doesn't happen every day.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I lift weights every day. That has to happen. But or some sort of exercise. But now with my kid out of school, and I'm going back up to Vancouver in a week and a half. So I'm like, we gotta get this stuff in.
Yeah.
So that was good. I lost a lot of water weight. I'm excited.
That's good.
Yeah. What did you do? You ran?
I did nothing today. I ran yesterday
Why nothing today?
because I went radio show to podcast.
Why don't you just wake up early?
I was tired.
I was tired. I'm Tom Papa.
I hate working out in the morning.
So do I.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I like cup of coffee, a little bit, then I can work out.
Cigar.
Cigar, loaf of bread.
Italian bread that's been in a box for 3 years.
I actually do have one of these at home.
Yeah.
For that we bought for Christmas. And my wife is like, I'm throwing it out. I'm like, no, it's still good. It's probably still good.
It probably is. When does that expire?
It's a good question. I don't think that Panettone ever expires.
It's a good thing you're Italian.
July 22nd, 2024.
Oh, well, there you go.
You could still eat it. I don't know why.
Have you ever had that
still
fresh out of the oven?
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
It's a totally different thing.
It's like a difference between a store-bought cookie and
In a box.
fresh baked cookie. What's the cigarettes for? What are you doing?
The cigarettes, I just like...
Can we smoke indoors?
I could... No. Well, probably could light it. I don't know what the rules are here. But I just like...
You like...
Joel...
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice of you to come by.
Yeah, I'm comfortable just by putting my hand down my pants. Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, when do we get to do this?
We never.
It's been so long.
Never.
It's been so long.
This is just so comfortable.
Right?
Oh.
How much, when you lift weights, is it at home?
Yep.
Early in the morning?
I'd rather not. Like you, I don't like doing it in the morning, but
if you have to.
I do.
As opposed to not doing anything.
If I'm like, I don't have any time today, so I guess I will wake up early. Here's an insane, not that, who fucking cares?
We all care.
Because I like staying up late. I love staying up late.
How late?
Like last night, 1:30.
It's late.
But if I'm taking that early flight,
yeah,
I will sometimes get up and work out. Because if I know I'm getting that 6 a.m. flight to New York, I'll be like, I'll sleep on the plane, but I know I want to exercise when I get to New York, so I'll just wake up at 2:30 or 3, or don't go to bed, because I can't, because I'm a pretty late, but then I'll get up at workout from 3 to 4 and then hop in the car.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
That's how obsessive I am.
See, here's...
How old are you? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 70? 1, 2.
I think we're the same age.
How old is Tom?
I think we're the same age.
Are you guys still doing the podcast together?
It's not a podcast. It's a radio show.
Are you guys still doing the radio show together?
Yes.
Oh,
We do.
she's amazing.
Are you coming on it?
Anytime. You still in that same building?
Yeah, but we do it remote a lot.
Anytime.
But wait a minute.
Yes.
Here's something. I'm going to reveal something.
We're both 52.
Because you are a dear friend, and I'm always
Thank you.
And I'm always
You are. I'm
always inspired by
I'll gusher
you.
by you. Yeah, I'll gusher.
I'm inspired by you, not just in how much you work and how funny you are, and you're always doing stuff, but I'm also your regimen.
My imposter syndrome's really kicking in.
Your regimen. You do take very good care of yourself, and I've been pretty good. And
I drink a lot of wine, so I got to counteract it.
I'm on the Peloton, right?
Yeah.
And
I come on.
It's been great. I love the Peloton, and I have a 250-week streak where at least once a week I've been doing it. So it's like 4 years, of like.
That's amazing.
Amazing, but I've started to realize that just because I've kept the streak alive and have done it once a week, and sometimes when I'm traveling, whatever, that it doesn't necessarily mean I'm in great shape.
Yeah.
And like I went and did a hard workout, and I was like surprisingly not strong. And I realized, I'm not really pushing myself.
What do you mean not strong?
In my workouts. Like I was running 3 miles, and I was really sluggish. I was really.
Well, you're going to have days. Daily physiology is always unpredictable.
True.
Like some days you're like, oh, I got more energy today.
True.
Wonder why. I got another 50 minutes of sleep. I ate something good.
Yeah.
So,
but I did feel like maybe I'm not pushing myself. Like, we were athletes when we were youngsters. Those workouts, like when you were on a team.
Oh my gosh.
They were just like what I do as my workout is kind of the warm up of when I was an athlete.
Yes. but think you look compared to some people in your high school.
Yes.
You are in the very top percentile as far as, it's working well.
Right. I still got my shit together.
You look great.
Right.
I obviously transplanted this hair. And
got great hair.
So I think I truly believe this, and sorry, Joey, Jimmy, or whatever your name is, that you have to listen to two old men go like, here's how you do it.
I want to know.
That consistency, because I know so many people that are like, they worked out for 4 months, and then they're just like, oh, well, that's that. And then they come back 8 months later, and I think that farmer strength, which is you hit it every day, or you hit it almost every day, and you might not appear to be in the greatest shape.
Yeah.
But think about how much better shape that you are in just the 250 weeks in a row.
Yeah. I know. I've never had that like month off, that's a huge thing.
Yeah. So, yeah. So in what I'm saying is you're probably in better shape than you think.
Mm-hmm.
And
But it could be better.
I think the key is operating at a caloric deficit, because you can be in great shape and always have extra. I'm not saying you do, because you posted that athletic shirt yesterday.
That's right.
As you said, I think you said makes you an athlete, and I'm gonna go full world's record here. And
can I talk to you about your smoking habit?
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Whoa, hey!
Why don't you just fucking leave this free country? Leave me alone.
I mean, don't you think smoking that many cigarettes at once is going to have some kind of adverse effect, regardless of you?
I've got a great comeback for that.
I'm Tom Papa. Is it the adverse effect?
That's it. That's all I got.
I don't talk like that.
Flavor country. Do you think Marlboro is happy about this?
Probably.
So I think because you can see, like, if you just don't eat as much as your output, you will always be skinny. Can you flip that whole thing in your mouth?
It's too long.
Yeah, like Adrian Samed did.
I'm trying to get it in my
Grease
nose.
2, Joey. Look it up. Don't look it up.
If it was just a little shorter, I can get it in my nose.
All right. Grown man.
So close.
You broke it.
We're at work right now.
Okay.
Oh, it's so close.
Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
Anyway,
so you would get up. If you get up at 3 to work out for an hour before you get on that, because it's Wheels Up at 6.
Yeah. No, I also my sport is not waiting at the airport. Is trying to cut it as close as possible.
Right.
If there's a world where I can just walk in while it's boarding.
Yeah.
Because I travel pretty light unless I'm, putting out a camp for staying somewhere for a while. But I can run onto that plane. I love being the last person on the plane.
Ooh, that is pretty good. I've been doing the opposite lately, where I've been going to the lounge first,
getting some food, a couple glasses of wine. You're half in the bag by the time you stumble on the plane, and you're like, I worked out.
I got up at 3.
Son of a.
Now, what is you live with a woman, right?
I do.
And
I live with a woman.
What does she think when you get up at 3 to go lift weights?
Doesn't even. She's
no idea.
Fast asleep.
Right.
Doesn't care.
Good for you.
She is really good at mocking me. She'll be like, look at you. Or she'll often say that I'm crazy.
Good for you.
She'll be like, did you work out? And it'll be like 4 a.m. I'll be like, yeah. And she'll be like, you're crazy.
And then you sleep from New York?
Right. And it's not good, like, because if I hear one more person tell me to drink water and sleep a lot, I'm going to, which is completely opposite things. Because as an old man,
that's right.
All you do is pee.
If I drink past 6 p.m., I'm up all night.
I'm going to buy a catheter. Joey, give me a catheter.
Come on, Joey.
There he goes.
Get on it.
And so they're like, I cannot sleep for 8 hours. I can't remember the last time I slept that long.
No. What is it?
Getting up, I can't. I would get up. I have to.
All right. So without the flight, it's 1:30. You go to bed at 1:30. When are you getting up?
Without the flight.
Yeah, you're home.
Between. So like if one of my kids, I drive him to school this year, he has to be at school at 8 or 8:15, and I'll get up at 7:45 or 7:50, and I'll be like, "Let's go!" and we'll be there at 8:15.
That's pretty great.
But I don't like scheduling Zooms early and stuff like that. I would much rather, if I got a 10 o'clock, this is so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
If I got a 10 o'clock Zoom, that means I get my workout in.
Right.
And I know this sounds pretty gauche, but so that's you. How about you work out at night?
No, I usually work out right after the radio show, so noon.
Does your wife work out?
Yes.
Does she work out more than you?
No, we're pretty equal. But
if I saw her, would I go, she's in better shape than you?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a teacher, and she has been going to Pilates at 5:30 a.m.
My wife does yoga every day. And does the so
they're hot.
Let's just appreciate
appreciate our hot wives.
Yeah, that we have spouses that take care of themselves.
Yeah,
thank God.
Yeah,
but either way, I'd be with her.
I keep saying I'd like you a little bit more if you were a little larger.
You mean like muscle mass?
No, like fat.
Yeah, I'm glad. You hate me. I don't care. I actually feel like I'm trying to lose a few right now. So, because I was in Toronto for a month on a baking show.
You were?
Crime Scene Kitchen on Fox. And
Crime Scene Kitchen.
Yes. 3rd season. Thanks for asking.
Wow.
Joey, look it up.
You work so much.
You mean...
And then
don't worry, it doesn't conflict with House of Villains on E! 2nd season.
Animal Control.
On Fox.
God.
The Bear on FX.
And
I can keep going.
And then the roast, they do the Tom Brady roast, this giant Netflix live thing.
Well, I didn't do that.
You're the first face.
I can't believe this.
Of course, Joel is the first face. As soon as they hit you, I was like, of course Joel is
there. Well, I asked my 16-year-old, I was like, do you want to go? I mean, I was like, do you want to, because we got invited. I'm like, do you want to go? And he was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
My other son doesn't care about sports. So and I was like, okay, well, we're going. And
It was so funny. I'm like, Joel's everywhere.
yeah.
Everywhere.
I'm hosting an event this Saturday if you're interested.
What is it?
I'll tell you all about it. When does this post?
A couple weeks.
Oh, then it's over. It's for Scientology, you know.
Yeah. How long have you been a Scientologist?
I don't know. 70,000 years? Something like that. Sorry. I'm a dead man.
And then you did New Year's
Did New Year's with Ken.
with Ken.
I would love to do that again. Fox. Would love
Yeah.
to do that, but I don't know how well it rated.
How
You do you need
would you work as much if you didn't have hair?
I'd be more aerodynamic. I'd probably,
Different kind of
I'd probably
roles.
shave it all like that movie Powder. And no, what would I
What is your philosophy in working?
always say yes? Say yes to everything. Agree to everything. Tom, I think maybe I can't believe that somebody pays me to
Right.
do what we do.
To be
Sure, it's a
goofballs.
lot of work and all that stuff, and people, and I do get offended when people like think that people aren't working hard here. That's all we do.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why they had to put a law for the Teamsters can't, like work 25 hours in a row because they were driving off the road
Yeah.
and falling asleep. So I still can't believe I get to do what I thought, was like my boyhood dream. Was like, someone's gonna pay me to act and tell jokes. And
When did you start thinking that was going to be your life?
2009 when I met you. The Informant. Still waiting for the sequel, Soderbergh.
Come on, Steven.
Fuck. I stood on stage in Haddonfield, New Jersey, and I did a staged version of the Disney ride, It's a Small World. This is at a public school.
How old?
Second grade, first grade.
Nice.
And I remember just thinking, my parents were like, who the heck is this? And I remember thinking like, this seems fun. And then in seventh grade, I was like, I want to I always thought this was like screwing around.
Right.
And like, oh, you got to do all that math stuff and spelling and all that shit. And then this was so much fun. And then
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I can start doing this. And then sophomore year in high school, I was like, I'm going to really try. And then I just did sports.
But you didn't do any theater when you were in high school?
No, I did a lot of theater.
Oh, you did
Do you
while
know-
you were doing sports?
Yep. I did everything but school.
Wow.
I just cheated. Do you know Ethan Sandler?
No.
Yes. Funny, very funny writer from Mercer Island, Washington, my hometown. And I thought maybe you would know him through different circles.
And he was in your theater department?
Nope.
Just
Yeah, no. He was. Yeah, we did a lot of plays together. And then this guy named Dominic.
That was hard to balance. Football and...
Well, if you just ignored school, you had all sorts of... That freed up a third of the day.
And they were just so happy to get guys that could really do something in theater.
Well, it was... my high school was unique in that for whatever reason, those lines were pretty wonderfully blurred.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's good.
jocks were friends with the greasers and the socias.
Whoa.
And so everyone partied together. And and it was really nice. By the end of high school, everyone was all together. And I'm friends with a bunch of them still.
That's great.
That haven't haven't succumbed to death.
Right. Well, some of them die, but
you
see them pretty often. Do you get together like for dinners and that kind of thing?
I work a lot, so I don't really get up there as much as I want to.
Right.
Ironically, I'll be working in Vancouver, so you guys can come up and see me.
Yeah.
Amazing restaurants up there.
Yeah. That's the last time I saw you. I was up there performing.
Oh yeah. At
stand up.
Yep, at the
and
Just
you
for
were there
Laughs.
filming with your buddy Tom Lennon and a bunch of other people. That was a really nice meetup
with Bruce Hills.
with Bruce Hills.
Yeah.
And you were, and
I just saw
you
Bruce.
really upped the wine game when you got there. Before you pulled in, we were just sitting around drinking some I don't know, $20 bottles of whatever, and then you were like, "This will not stand."
No.
And then you really upped it.
Well, Canada also has. It's harder it's not harder in Canada. They have very good wine selection, but their taxes on booze is pretty bananas.
Right.
Like a $100 bottle there is about $15 in the store here.
For real?
They have, because the restaurants double it, then they pay for all their health care with booze and
Right.
with cigarettes. So you're like, okay, well, I guess when in Rome. But then it's 30% off when you do feel like a big shot when you walk out of these. Like you're like, I'm gonna get dinner, and then you're like, oh, it was a discount because of the exchange rate.
Right.
Sorry you have to hear all this. If you're up in Canada and you want to go to dinner, I'll get it. Do you tour Canada a lot?
Not that often.
Have you been? I assume you've done the casinos throughout the land.
I've done some, not like a proper tour, but like as things come up, I'll go up and do them, that kind of thing.
When's your next date?
This weekend,
Where?
Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
I'm shooting my Netflix special.
Oh, shit.
In like a week and a half.
Have you ever swore on stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot.
I know you're not. That's shows you can tell jokes with. I have to swear. That's all I do.
Have you been doing dates?
No, I will start up back again in October a bit if I don't end up taking some other job. I'm thinking I'm shooting in Moscow next December. No, we'll see. But I would like to get out there and do another hour.
Hosting or acting? What do you prefer on television?
Why on television?
Yeah.
Not without cameras?
Being yourself or being...
I like it both.
Yeah.
Why do I have to make a choice?
Because we have an offer for you. But
Oh, where they go into your brain and they turn off that whatever.
you think that you're on a
like,
podcast right
you have
now,
a
but
choice.
you're not.
This is it.
This is not a podcast.
Okay, well, boy.
This is a long con. We became
People
friends a
always
long
like gun
time
to your
ago.
head, hosting, stand up, or acting. I was like, why do I like them both.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'm better at.
I think hosting is easier. I like hosting. I like to just show up and be able to wing it.
Oh, well,
Is
yeah.
pretty great. But I do enjoy acting.
Did you do you did a lot of acting because you had you had sitcom stuff going on in the 90s?
To the
Early
aughts.
aughts.
The aughts.
Yeah. You had your own show.
For a second.
No, I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Was it called Papa?
Come to Papa.
Come to Papa.
Yeah.
CBS?
NBC.
Uh-huh.
On the NBC.
Yeah. And then when we met
Yes.
on The Informant,
Yes.
it was a bunch of comedians doing straight acting.
Yeah.
And
They put a bunch of comics on that one.
that was a really good movie.
It was a really good
I will
movie.
say, like-
that was the coolest. That was so much fun.
That was if that movie had like for whatever reason it'd been like Mission Impossible and had or Fast and
Franchise.
Furious just doing another one.
It would have been great.
Mark is even crazier.
Matt was
Mark was
so
the main
good.
character. He should have got an Oscar for that thing.
He was so good.
He was remarkable.
And it was cool because
And Melanie Linsky as his wife. Ooh.
Yeah, she was
Fuck.
great. She's great in everything. There was the
She's great in everything except for that one thing, which I won't say. You'll figure it out.
It wasn't a big budget movie, so they flew us to Decatur, Illinois, and you don't get to
you
go
got to
home.
fly to Decatur?
You didn't get to go home in between, so there was a lot of hanging out when your scenes weren't on, and we just all it was like summer camp.
Yeah.
We were all just wait for we'd wait
what-
for Matt to finish his day,
Yeah.
and then all meet up at the bar.
That was great.
That was really
that
fun.
was one of the most fun experience.
It was
and
really
I had
great.
a newborn at that point.
Yeah, I did
And my
too.
wife was like, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, Scott Bakula is really fun to hang out with. Matt Damon's a dream.
I'm in a movie.
But Decatur, which was a lovely town, not a big nightlife.
No.
And when you're kind of in a weird way, because Decatur's not near a lot, because people don't know that rural Illinois is very rural.
Yeah.
And so it's not like we just partied at the
There's nowhere to
convention
go.
center.
Yeah, we just hung out at the hotel the whole time.
That was great. And I remember
Me and
when-
Alan Havey would be like looking out the curtains. I think they're coming back.
that was great. That was a fun time.
It really was.
Greg Jacobs, wonderful man.
Yeah, and then Scott Bakula went off and I guess after Candelabra, then he got the CSI universe.
Yeah, he did CSI New Orleans.
Right.
And I think he and I visited him on set there one time, and he is one of the nicest people.
Such a cool guy.
And talk about nonstop working since the day he stepped into Hollywood.
Yeah.
How's
I
that new
know.
Quantum Leap doing? Have you watched it?
I haven't.
I
I
haven't either.
refuse to because it doesn't have Scott Bakula in it.
I think he was there for the first episode.
Oh, then I'll watch it.
Okay, that was it.
How about Godzilla -1?
I can't see it.
What?
I don't know where to watch it.
It's out now.
What? I
Yep.
thought it was coming.
Netflix, baby.
It is
And
for real?
Apple. Yes, it just came out.
What a transition
Huge.
in topic.
I'm so excited about it.
I am very excited too. I will
It's really good.
put down Fallout for a moment.
It's really good.
You've seen the whole thing
Yep.
more than once?
No, but my daughters are coming home tonight, so I'm going to watch it
It
again.
won an Oscar.
I know. And then we couldn't stream it
Right.
because the other Godzilla movie was coming out and they didn't want it to interrupt.
So then it did interrupt, but weren't they separate?
Godzilla X King Kong.
Did you watch that?
I did.
And?
It was fun.
No, it wasn't.
It was all right.
Look at your face.
It was okay.
No, it was great. One of the best times of my life. This
I
is why
loved
they
it.
make movies. This is why they make movies.
I went back and watched the original Godzilla.
Matthew Broderick?
1954.
How was that?
So good.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I encourage all you young people, Joey, to go watch those movies because they're so fun and great.
So great. The first one's heavy. So it's right
Well,
after
he's
the
killing
nuclear
people.
attack in Japan, and then Godzilla shows up, and he's filled with nuclear energy, and he's freaking everybody out. It's pretty heavy.
That's how they.
This new one, though, this -1, and it's not done with the problem with the one. I'm so into Godzilla right
It's
now.
such a great title too.
I know. I don't know what it means, even after watching it.
I don't either.
They made it for $10 million. $10 million. This Godzilla X King Kong is all CGI. It's just too much. It's just too much computer
Right.
shit coming at
A
you.
lot of sound design.
This one, there's none of that, and they just made it like a regular, and it's so much better. It's so good.
That's why
the
I love
monster's so good.
Cloverfield so much.
Yes,
Exactly. I mean, obviously amazing sound design, but that movie, I showed my boys that a long time ago, and I was like, I wonder if this will make them look up from their iPads, and they were transfixed.
Really?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Do you have a large
TV?
enough TV to appreciate?
I think so. My wife said this is the one we should have seen. I made my wife go see Godzilla King Kong in the theater.
You're a good husband.
And she and
My
I
wife would. There's not much I could do on this planet to get her to go to a movie like
we were
that.
in New York. It was raining. We didn't. It was winter.
It was romantic.
It was like, let's just come on. Let's go see it. It'll be fun. But we should have gotten high or had some wine before we went because we saw it straight, and she came out with a lot of notes.
Oh, I still got to see Furiosa. Did you see that?
No, I haven't. People are excited by it.
I don't give a
It's
shit.
all right. The busboy will get it.
Great, Joey.
Don't you think Joey should be in a vest and he should come in like
Yes, you got this whole set
right?
here.
He just
And then
rolls in a t-shirt like,
Yeah,
this,
he's
like
just
nothing's
him-
happening.
He just like get going nuts.com.
How
Garçon, cameriere.
do you want?
Si, hey,
Hey, get the man an espresso.
Nothing better than Bill Hader and excuse me, him.
Fred Armisen.
Yes, for that wonderful sketch they did so many times.
Yeah.
It was one of this one. Then I'm like, oh, these people are talented.
I know. Hater. Holy
Can you
cow.
hurry it up?
I'm sorry about the service.
Why?
I will take care of him.
How often are you
I
making
will
bread?
take care of him.
You'll kill him?
I will take care of him.
Are you gonna shoot him like Spider?
He will not be a problem next time you come.
This is very racist. What
He
you're
will
doing.
not be a problem.
It's a good thing
next time
you've got Italian. Can you do that in a German accent? That whole thing?
Ich bin ein und eins.
That's not a German accent.
Uns kein und eins.
All right, make it a Japanese accent. Let's see what happens. Now you love your Godzilla. You been on Hot Ones?
No.
Neither have I. I just saw the Conan one.
Conan's very funny.
I couldn't believe it.
He really
It was
made
one
a
of the most
meal of it.
extraordinary things I've ever seen.
It was really good.
I couldn't handle the first one, and he is drinking it.
He really was like, I'm not coming here just to get through this.
I was like, he's always been a hero of mine, and I was like, God, fuck, holy crap.
Yeah,
It was a thing of beauty.
he really went for it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anything close to that.
I know.
You should do it like this, like Hot Ones, but just bring in people that don't eat a lot of bread. People with
Yeah, just-
celiac disease. And just
Come on, eat it.
come on, you can do it. No.
That is the thing. We have
Or
talked
just like,
about
sorry,
that.
I'm allergic to seeds. Well, raspberries, here you are.
I bake a lot of bread. I bake
How much
when
of
I'm
the bread do you eat?
home. A good amount.
All right.
Sourdough is good to eat. It's breaking down its own sugars. It has no added sugar to it. It's just
I don't
flour,
eat
water,
sourdough.
salt, and yeast.
I'd love a wheat. Yeah. Maybe,
Give it to your family.
no,
They'll like it.
I'll just leave it. I will bring it to them. They'll be so
They'll
happy.
like it.
We're having people over tonight.
Now, I don't understand what you were saying about my wine opener.
I'll get you a better one.
Well, this is just, the
Do people come in here and drink?
once in a while.
To Jim Jeffries?
No, he's clean and sober.
So am I.
Are you?
Well, as of last night at about 1.
Hey!
Salud.
Salud.
Do you have anything in there?
Yes, a little bit.
You have to drink if you.
I will.
Yeah, but you stuck the cigarette in there.
I don't
I
care.
guess it wasn't late.
I put my cigarettes in my coffee.
I always can't stand those machines, and they make pretty damn good coffee.
They do all right. in a
Yeah, for
pinch.
what? In a pinch, yes.
In a pinch.
It's like, even though I disagreed with Howard Schultz selling the Seattle Supersonics, I still go to Starbucks.
You really haven't let that go.
Oh, fuck no, I never will. I will hold that grudge forever. And the kids on the, in Mercer on our first house called the Mean Kids, who would beat up my brothers and I. If I ever see them, they're dead.
Do you
I don't know
still
what
love
their names
Seattle?
are. No, I hate it.
If I
love Seattle so much. Yes, I love it.
If I go to Seattle this summer for a weekend because I'm going to shoot a little thing,
I'm not going to have sex with you.
Would you have good suggestions of where to eat or where to stay?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. They have a Marriott by the airport.
Mm-hmm. JW?
There is a cheesecake factory.
Go on.
And they have these burgers up there, and they're like the king.
No.
Yeah. Yes, I've got all sorts of recommendations.
When you and the bear played the arrogant...
Arrogant? You mean the hero? The guy that set the whole thing in motion? Was that me?
Was that close to your heart? Are you a food snob?
Yes.
Nice.
I am a total snob.
So you will know a good
now,
place
and I
in
say
Seattle.
that, but I'm a snob about everything.
That is true.
Like your shirt.
What do you mean?
What are you doing? What?
I figured this was
Me, you playing golf in 1935?
I literally, when I put it on, I said to
You
myself,
going bowling?
What is Josh? What is
Josh gonna say about this?
What is Josh going to say about this? What is Joel going to say about
Did you
this?
used to wear a bowler hat?
No.
Oh, thank God. No, it's cool. No, I like good things.
Yes.
So I figure, like
That's why you like my shirt.
It's not a bad shirt.
Thank
Penguin?
you. Todd Snyder.
Oh yeah, Todd. Thank you, Todd. I have a coat. So if I like. So if I'm gonna eat like a steak,
Yes.
I'm not just gonna get a crappy little steak.
Right.
It's gonna be high quality and it's like ice cream. I was like, I don't want this. I don't want a non-fat version. I want the full
Right.
fat of everything. I'm not gonna have it all the time,
Yeah. But when you do,
but when I do, yeah. I'm a luxurious hoarder. I collect stupid things.
like
so.
what?
Weapons,
What?
swords, knives.
For real?
Yeah.
Where do you
Wine.
Where do you
Yeah.
get what kind of swords?
Samurai, Chinese.
Right? Like old,
No.
like antique kind of stuff?
Not
Or-
really. I mean, they're
just
hard. Those
new?
are hard to come by and insanely expensive. No, I just think they're neat. For a while, it was just switchblades and out the front automatic knives because I was like, these are fully illegal, and I kind of like it. Oh yeah, I got a lot of those.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd bring you one, but now they're hard to get.
Are they?
Yeah,
Why? Can't you go on the
they're
line?
legal in California.
Oh. So they won't ship them here? You got to ship them to other states?
No,
so that
and
you
I
go
had
get
to
it?
buy. I bought Conan because if we dine, then I will buy. I'll bring him a weapon of some sort. Because instead of giving, even though I like wine, I'll give people weapons instead of like, if we go over to their house, I'm like, here's a bottle of wine. I'll be like, these are brass knuckles.
Oh, really?
I do have a lot of brass knuckles, which are still illegal.
They're illegal too? Mm-hmm. Oh, all the fun stuff.
Well, it's a weird. You want to hear a fun fact?
Yes, please.
So switchblades and out the front automatic knives are illegal in California, but pocket knives, folding knives are fully legal, and they can have springs in them.
Oh.
And the reason why switchblades and out the front knives were illegal is because Latino folks carried those, and the white man carried the pocket knives. So to this day, you can have a pocket knife the length this long and open a blade, and as long as it's a pocket knife, you can have a sword length pocket knife
No.
and walk around with it. I have pocket knives that are this big that will fold out into full on crazy weapons.
Have you ever had to use it?
Yeah, almost every day. I just have to keep it going. Keep my, like as a Peloton streak.
The ones that go out the front, if you walk up to somebody and just
No.
put it on their side, will it go into them?
No.
No?
You might break skin, but they're not. You need to have like an explosive switch for them to. Yeah, you can't go like and chink, you're dead.
So what's the
dead.
advantage of that over the switchblade?
They're about the same as far as switchblades. They usually have one button, then you have to fold back in. There's a lot of automatic knives that shoot out and shoot back.
Oh.
They have a double spring
You
action.
don't have to push it back in with your hand and cut yourself.
No, because that would be a stupid design.
Yeah.
And be like, and here's your protective glove that comes with our knives. Just walk around with this glove on. Michael Jackson.
Where do you, when you're noodling around on your iPad, where do you find all of these weapons?
Oh, well, there's a few companies that make them. I mean, they get made. America makes all sorts of weapons.
You look at them like the way people look at real estate or like
I
cabins
used
in
to.
the
I have
wood.
slowed down a bit on buying, but this week I did a deep dive into wrist rockets, and
What's a wrist rocket?
it's
Like the slingshot?
Yeah.
thing?
But you just looked like you made a Spider-Man motion.
Isn't that what you do?
No, it would be more like that.
That's a wrist rocket?
Well, wrist rockets, I mean, it's a slingshot, essentially, but they make really nice ones now. People hunt with them.
Really? Mm-hmm. And what's the projectile?
Ball bearing.
Ooh.
I was saying I bought Conan a blowgun, and you can't get those here either. So I always like surprising him.
How long is a blowgun?
Well, it breaks down.
Uh-huh.
It's a little longer than this wingspan.
And it comes down in a couple
Oh,
parts.
well, yeah. It's not like a
Right.
It's not like a telescope.
And
It's like more like a pool cue.
and you put a dart in it?
Yeah, you put a dart. Yeah, you make a noise. You go, thunk, and then it flies out. They're surprisingly powerful. And my brother
Really?
brought one back from Indonesia that was handmade, and it works great.
Really?
It's pretty astounding. Anyway, you can buy them legally in Arizona. So I had my friend in Arizona. I was like, can you buy a few of these
A few.
and then ship them to me? This is a crime.
Thank you, FedEx. Thanks for not
Actually,
looking,
he
FedEx.
might have carried that. I don't know if he did. Yeah, I think he mailed them. Not in the U.S. mail system.
Did Conan like it?
Yes, I think he, I mean, I've given him a lot of knives over the years. And he's like, you're nuts. I'm like, yeah, it's just a thing.
So is this a long way of saying thanks, but no thanks for the bread?
Oh, I will try it tonight. I'm cooking steaks tonight.
You are?
Yes, so I will definitely have a little bit of it.
Okay.
But right now I'm on a hardcore diet.
Because you have to lose 2 pounds?
No, I'm going to lose 45. See, if I aim for
Castaway Part
45 and
Two.
lose 7, I'm like, oh, I'm doing great. No, I'm always like, before I shoot, I have to, because for the baking show I did, I eat like a pig.
You do.
I go for it. Ask anybody on the show.
You really?
I
No
know you're a
spit
big fan.
buckets.
No, I was like, if someone's gonna put a dessert in front of me,
I'm eating it.
I'm great. So I gained like each season I've gained 8 or 9 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, I eat a lot,
Good for you.
and then I lose it again.
And then you lose
So
it.
I'll probably go back down.
And you work out during that time when you're shooting?
Yes.
But your calories are just winning.
The calories are too much for
Yeah.
the amount of.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot my special in 2 weeks.
Yep.
What
You want to drop some weight?
Yeah,
You do?
in 2 weeks.
I'm kidding. Oh,
Just to take the puff out.
all right. Well, maybe it's just your face design because that's how I've always no. Take the puff out. You look great.
Just just to not be.
You can.
If you were shooting a special in 2 weeks,
Okay. I would hyperbolic chamber, right?
uh-huh.
And then a lot of HGH, human growth hormone, a couple of horse tranquilizers,
Got it.
Yeah.
Give me something I'm not doing.
and then stop drinking water 4 days before the show.
4 days before the show.
You'll be great.
No, really. What should I do? Just eat no carbs. I should go
if you-
protein, low cal.
Yeah,
High
you
protein.
You should go. Yeah, you should go low carb. That will make the pound. You look pretty good. You're no Joey,
I know.
but
you mean
but yeah,
I'm
if
not
you-
a baby bird?
I mean, you don't want to cut him out forever. And people are like, my energy will go down. Yeah, how old are you, Joey?
27.
Jeez, remember those days?
He's a huge fan of yours. He's freaking out right now.
That's such bullshit.
He is really freaking out. When we first started working together, you had been on my podcast in the other location.
Yeah.
And he thought, oh my God, this is really true. He thought, oh my God, this is going to be a great gig for me. Tom is friends with Joel. And that means if they're friends, he'll come to his Halloween party. He'll be around a lot. I'm going to actually, I'll be friends with Joel.
Right.
And
No,
I haven't seen you since.
I will
And he's been
definitely-
so disappointed until today.
Hey, we saw each other in Canada. Where were you? We had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
the Halloween party waiting for you.
Look, if I get a gig, if you get a gig, are you canceling the Halloween party?
I never work on Halloween.
What if you get paid? What if it's a huge offer?
If it's like a big, like a movie or something like that,
yeah, or like a corporate gig where they're like, we're gonna pay you.
I wouldn't do it. I mean, now
You're
maybe.
gonna turn
now
down
that my kids,
$500,000.
I've never
You're gonna turn that down?
$500,000.
Yeah,
Not doing it.
I'll fucking do it.
Halloween's too important.
I would skip every holiday, every birthday, funerals.
Why would I take a gig for less money than I normally make on Halloween?
Oh, one upped. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, so cut carbs out,
Okay.
but you can eat like you don't have to go too crazy.
Okay.
But just I would say just don't reach for the carb. Still have your wine.
Oh yeah.
Do the Matthew McConaughey diet.
Which is what?
It's basically called the Matthew McConaughey wine diet because they asked him how he lost all the weight for Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
And he was like, I just ate a lot of fish and meat and vegetables and all the red wine I can drink. And my hair grew back out of nowhere. And so, which he does say. Yeah, so you don't have to go like starve yourself.
Yeah.
Just, I would say, cut your caloric intake, I don't know, in half.
Okay.
Let's say you're having, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Probably a little less.
All right. So there's I actually like this app called Lose It.
Uh-huh.
And it goes like, you want to lose this much weight by this time?
Mm-hmm.
Great. All right. Here's what you have to do. You type in every food. They have all the brands. And then it goes like, great. You ate this today. Oh, you worked out for an hour? And they'll give you another 500 calories to put towards the day. You stick to that, and you have to go crazy.
And it follows it. Okay.
Look. I saw you in the athletic shirt, wick dry, and
Yeah.
what is it? Wick away. What is it? I don't know who invented wick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somehow we all are like, yeah, I need that shirt. Somehow this is keeping sweat off my body.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I did 3 miles yesterday.
How long does that take you?
30 minutes.
All right.
Not bad.
How are the knees?
Good, but I think if I start going faster, then it would probably be a problem.
But just do some knee stretches. That knees over the toe guy is no joke.
Knee over the toes?
Yeah, just type him in, Joey. He just does. He's got some really interesting exercises that I was like, oh, these freaking work.
Oh, yeah?
It's
Write
impressive.
these down. And what was the other one? Lose It.
Lose It app. This is great, and it's free. I can't. They
Free.
should. Why aren't people paying me for these things that I'm saying out loud?
I don't know. Why do I have nuts.com behind me? They haven't advertised in weeks.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll.
I love them so much.
And do they send you bags of nuts?
They do.
Highly caloric, but also nutritional.
If you're going to go for a snack,
It's a very good choice.
right?
But then you get all that oil and roasting. But then a raw.
How's your
nut.
feeling about protein bars?
I don't eat them.
Hmm.
Except for the Snickers protein bar. I think they're good, a meal replacement.
Yeah.
And I think I do think some of them work. Some of them are just candy bars.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't eat, just like anything,
Yeah.
you shouldn't eat them all the time.
No, but like if you're traveling and
Sure.
you don't want to reach for like Pringles or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think I think it's really good.
Right.
And you know, how many nights in a hotel have you stayed and then you see that snack bar or the mini bar and
The
you're
mini
like,
bar.
I'm gonna have that protein bar.
That Pringles is mine.
I think people don't. I wonder how many. We should see how many calories an hour of stand-up burns. I guess it depends on
It's
the
got to be
person.
like 30.
Just barely a pulse.
Barely. Once you get good,
You're
and
like
you've been doing
Batman. It
it,
can slow his heart down
yeah, exactly. Just kind of, I got this.
and be like, it's gonna be fine.
I'm
How
burning
often
more
do you write
calories.
jokes?
More calories on my way to the gig than in the gig.
Running through the airport. And,
Yeah.
how many jokes do you write all the time?
I write all the time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
always working on it. That doesn't mean like I sit down and, spend hours each day working on it. But I think writing is, tending to it at any level. So some days I'll be, really working on something. And now that my special's really tight, I'm just like looking at segues and kind of like noodling around.
And how many times are you gonna do the special wherever you tape it? You're taping Rhode Island. Do you do it 4 times and then they
I'm
edit those
taping
together?
in D.C. at the Warner Theater.
Nice.
And
Sold out?
early show.
Nice.
Late
Good for
show
you.
has enough.
Tom Papa.
Has enough. Now it's like
Good for
really
you.
tight. So I'll do 2. I really feel like, why not just do 1? Gaffigan went somewhere and did like 6.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Good for him.
I mean, he can sell that really easily, but it's just for me. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have to be perfect. It's stand up. If you have,
Doesn't have to be
if you
funny.
flo- if
Doesn't
you
have to be
Doesn't
funny.
even have to be funny.
Doesn't
And you
you
can
don't
be
even
fat.
say anything.
And the fatter you are, probably
Yeah.
the more people like you.
They don't even need to go on stage. Why? You don't have to do that.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I could just stay home with my kids. Who aren't there anymore.
This is great.
Will that make you sad if your kids eventually leave? Will you feel like I've done it? We're at that stage, or will you cry?
I'll cry. I cry all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big crier?
Yeah, I get emotional and weird things that you don't think. And then
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll start describing like a weekend 5 years ago with the family. And then I'll be like, anyway, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what's happening. But that was a great time at the water park. And so, yeah.
Yeah. That's really
it's,
true.
Yeah, it's very strange when it hits.
Yeah. It's like
What?
You're like menopausal.
Yeah, what's happening? My 19-year-old, I don't know when he's gonna leave. We'll see. He said he's gonna let us know.
He's got his own plan.
He's got his own plan, and
Right.
yeah, I don't. Sometimes we think about, I don't know, the alternative is like, what if we lived, I don't know, so many countries in Europe, like, well, everyone just stays,
Stays together.
and just stays, and everyone's living on top of each other, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you're sad, or are you happy?
I was sad when the first one went. It was such a milestone of like, oh my God, the family's never going to be the same again.
Yeah.
And that was pretty. I cried a lot when we dropped her off. I had to pull the car over because I couldn't drive because I was crying so much.
Oh,
But then you get into the rhythm of it, and you start to see like how often they come back, and then you're excited to see them grow. And then when my second one went, I cried again, but I knew what to expect. And now she's home for like 4 months for the summer.
Do you think you get to a point where you'll be like, maybe you should go out of town? Maybe a camp or something there?
Yeah, this morning, because I love him to death and I love having him around, but you kind of get used to your life of, the house is clean and everything
You're just
is
naked.
And you were naked. And I came up this morning before my radio show and just shit everywhere. She made cookies late night and there's just like dough and there's just like all this stuff. And like, all right, if we're going to be roommates, be cool roommates.
Yeah, what the fuck is all this?
Just be cool.
Are you
It
one of
is
those
great
guys that
having
clean?
them.
I have to clean up the kitchen before I go to bed. If I
100%.
it is depressing if I come downstairs and be like, oof.
Oh,
Yeah,
what am
I'll
I-
stay.
What, am I-
I'll
what
stay
am
up.
I in college?
Yeah,
no,
I can't.
She said to me, I took a picture of it and sent it to her because she had left early in the morning, and I said, "This is the start of my day," and took a picture of all the shit. And she said, "I'm sorry, I got tired. I'll just leave it. I'll clean it tonight."
Yeah, okay.
Right. I'm gonna leave it all day long.
Yeah.
There's no way. I
No.
like things. I like orderly in their place.
Yeah, I'm a hoarder, but I do want that all very buttoned up.
So all your swords and stuff.
All
are
the
in-
swords are in my office, just in a pile.
Oh, really? They're not organized?
No, they literally. I have them everywhere.
Oh, really?
Closets. Yeah, it's not good.
What is your favorite wine? Because
Of
you
all-
gave me a great bottle of wine.
What did I give you?
I came by your house. Oh, I brought bread to your house.
You did.
During the pandemic.
I probably
drove
gave.
to your house. I gave you some bread.
I gave you a Spanish red, I believe, called Triga.
Yes. It was really nice.
So my favorite wine is called Vega Sicilia, which is also Spanish.
Write it down.
It's not cheap, but
Vegas Cecilia?
yeah, it's not like I'm buying a lot of it. It's expensive, really expensive. But
Uh-huh.
when I first drank it,
Yeah.
because now with the way that especially European wine is, California wine, the prices are bananas.
Yeah.
And the market's been like Burgundies and Bordeaux are so expensive. And so this one, you can get it. I mean, I'm not buying a lot of this, but it costs sometime between $200 and $500.
Whoa.
A lot of money
Yeah.
for a fucking bottle of wine.
Worth it?
Because I've had some pretty expensive Burgundies and Bordeaux and things like that, and some that I didn't pay for, but I was like, oh, this is so good.
Right.
It is worth. I was like, I understand why this is expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's also limited supply. I mean, the demand now is just through the charts, but off the
Is that
charts,
why
but
the prices are nuts?
Mm-hmm.
Because so many people got into it?
so many people got into it. Markets opened up that didn't exist. And there was also a guy that committed a huge amount of wine fraud and drove the prices through the roof, and by buying it all,
Really?
and then knocking it off and making his own. But he was so good at making his own that people couldn't tell the difference,
Really?
and that's why he was buying it.
Of like expensive Bordeaux
Yeah.
and stuff? Wow.
So he was buying these thousands and thousands and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of wine, and he could mix it, and he could mix other wines and make it taste like. And then there's a whole.
Wow.
His name was Rudy.
Write that down.
Yeah,
And,
I think it was Rudy. No, there's two guys. A German guy in the '70s who did the same thing.
geez.
Yeah.
So they would buy all the wine. He would buy all the wine.
Then
and
he would control that, because because this wine is pretty rare, like whichever,
Yeah.
some crazy Bordeaux, he would buy it all. And then he would go to wine tastings with these bottles, and he'd first open the good ones, let the super expert taste it, and then start pulling out these bottles that he had mixed, but he had them in the, he had saved the bottles.
What do you mean he had mixed?
That he had taken other wine, put it into to empty bottles, brought it to these wine tastings,
Right.
and he could fool the guys. He got in trouble
Yeah.
because I think it was a Petrus. I'm going to get it wrong, Joe. You have to look at. Because he tried to sell So he was making a lot of money on selling these knockoffs.
Wow.
But he tried to sell. He was also, he could make the labels, and he tried to sell this bottle of wine, and it never. And so the makers of this wine had heard about it and went to the auction, and we're like, "That's a fake.
Whoa.
We did not make wine then.
Whoa.
It didn't exist."
No.
And so he had to. So
and he got busted to go to jail.
He did.
Jeez.
And now he's out and he lives somewhere in Asia, and he does like wine tastings where he's like, here's what a 76 Margaux tastes like.
Oh my God.
I got that. I think I've got some of those facts wrong, but it was close enough, guys. No, don't check it.
So the Vegas Circassia.
Wow. Vegas Cecilia.
Acelia is what? What kind of wine is that?
It's a blend.
Uh-huh.
It's a Cab Franc, and it's just so good.
Really?
It is so tasty.
Really?
It's a Cab Franc. Look up into the Cab Franc. I'm sure I'm not in trouble. I'm not. Okay.
Are you out? You have a heart out?
No. I just wanted to make sure I'm not, like, no one's going like, where the hell are you? Okay. Okay.
This is a celebrity in action.
That's how it works.
My friends came in last night. We're eating in a restaurant across the street here, and we hadn't seen them in a while. They moved to Hawaii, and they came, and I was panicking. I parked here in the building. That we need a code to the thing, so I'm trying to call my daughter to get the code for the building. I'd forgotten what it was, and Joey had the number, and my friends walk in from Hawaii, all zen and left Hollywood, and I'm like on the phone in the restaurant. Yeah. I'll be right there. And I'm like, and
they're like,
oh, Tom.
mahalo.
Yeah, right.
How you doing, Tom?
Still douchey LA comic.
Still, wait, you went to the restaurant across the street from this building, and you wanted to use the parking spot
to get back in. Yeah, I parked in my building.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then went across. And to get your car out at night, you need a code because there's no access.
Okay.
Yeah. Where'd you get your steak from that you're going to make tonight?
McCall's Meat and Fish, Los Feliz. They have 2 locations here in Santa Monica.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess there's Los Feliz in there, but they're opening up in Atwater. They're great.
They are. And you grill it? Cast iron on the
I will.
range?
This tonight, I'll cook it in brown butter on the stove.
Oh.
And then finish it in the oven.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
I was going to make brown butter rigatoni the other night.
Mm.
And then my wife said she's off dairy.
So what did you do?
I opened a bottle of Rayos sauce and poured it on the rigatoni.
And
it's
she'll eat the
great.
rigatoni.
She'll eat the rigatoni, and the sauce is fine. But not the, didn't want the butter.
I'm sorry.
The Rayos, there's...
How's that, Ray?
It's so good. It really is like legit.
Have you been to Rails in New York?
Never.
Nah, yeah, either have I. I don't know anybody.
It's like a club now. Someone said it's like a club.
It always was kind of a club, I think.
Yeah, well, it was hard to get into, but now it's like
I know one
officially-
person that can get in there.
Yeah. Does it rhyme with
Robert De Niro?
Meinfeld?
Yeah, De Niro and I are hanging out. I guess,
it.
yeah, how come Seinfeld hasn't taken you there?
I guess because he's got children of his own.
Okay.
He doesn't need
He doesn't
to
need to take
entertain
it
me
in there
anymore. Yeah, that would be a good one.
Remember, boy, it's wild now. Marriage Ref.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 12 years ago.
Fuck. What the hell happened?
I don't know. We just kept going, and our kids are now
Yeah, this is
people.
how it works.
Yeah, it's how it goes.
Then I'll...
What will a grandpa, Joel McHale, be? You'll be youthful. You're going to live a long time.
Why are you...
You're going to be all wrinkly with this great hair.
Right. Well, now, yeah. I moved it all around. I don't know. I don't know.
You'll have good hobbies. I think you'll be a good old guy. You'll be like, I'm collecting this now. I'm collecting things from the 1980s.
You think that I'm collecting VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah, you'll have another hoarder thing going on.
got all of Quantum Leap. I don't know. Are you having grandkids soon?
No.
See, if this podcast were in just any other, well, I'm not sure which state, but any other part of the state, it would be called the Grandpa Podcast.
No.
Because were your parents,
my
were your
parents
grandparents?
my parents were grandparents at my age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But they were very young.
How young?
50.
When they became grandparents. But then,
Actually, earlier, I think my sisters had kids earlier. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if my kids will.
it makes me feel young if I don't have grandkids.
Yeah, when I hear like comics say like I have a grandchild, I have to go see my granddaughter. I'm like, what? You're out, and I'm gonna go hang out with a new friend.
Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. I mean, then I'm like, then I'm sure when it's happening, you're going to be like, it's not so bad.
You enjoy Animal Control? It's a great cast.
Thank you.
It seems like it's.
I
And when
do.
we got to hang out in Vancouver, there was
It's a great cast.
some of
really
the
is.
cast was there. It was like, this is fun.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I will say, and I love the animals. So,
Yeah.
no, I know how fortunate of a situation it is.
It
And
really
so,
is. I mean, to have a comedy on network TV is such a small target now.
Yeah, I can't believe me. I was
So great.
shocked when they asked me, and when then it's still going. So I'm like, all right,
so
great.
It's
Thank
so
you.
great. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, no, it's really fun.
Did they just come to you with it, the developers? And
They did.
wow, that's
I mean,
great.
yeah, that doesn't happen very much for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, great. Yes, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to. And we just read the first 2 scripts today for season 3,
Wow.
starting in a week and a half.
In a week and a half. And how long are you gone for then?
August 17th
Really?
or August 20th, one of those.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah, and it's Vancouver in the summer, which is pretty great.
So great. You ever hop to those little islands?
Yeah, we won't have any time, but
Yeah, that's right.
people are like, you going to get out on the water? Well,
Yeah, you work all week and then
yeah, and then I fly somewhere.
yeah.
It's you've had those days many times when you're shooting single camera outside. There's long days.
Yeah.
They're good long days, but
Yeah.
But you're getting to work at 5 or 6,
It's so great.
and the sun's out forever in Vancouver in the summer. We shot there in the winter the last 2 seasons, which we were like, we're gonna lose daylight at 4.
Right. Community having another life on streaming.
Yeah, I mean, it did. I mean, it does, and it did, and it was.
felt like I don't know how long
Yeah,
ago.
no,
but
the
it, like, it
pandemic was really changed things.
Yeah.
People really wonderfully discovered it, which I was not expecting.
It's
You were
amazing.
so great on that.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're just hilarious. And it was I didn't know what all these things, like you'd never know how it's all going to go. And but
Yeah.
that was one of those things where we didn't receive a lot of attention when it was on. And then
But how many seasons was it?
6.
Yeah.
It got canceled
I
after
know, but
4, and then we came back for 2
Right. Right.
on a streamer.
Right.
So it was crazy. It was great.
It
we
was
did like
great.
113 episodes or something.
It's amazing. It's so good. Another
103.
great cast.
Yeah, fuck.
God,
Too bad for Donald, his career.
I know. I really feel
Didn't
for him.
work
What
out.
happened to that guy?
I think I don't know, maybe singing.
Maybe singing.
Just
I
the
know.
biggest
Superstar.
crazy.
What an artist.
Yeah, what an artist.
Yeah.
Boy, he couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah. Such a cool thing. But it had to
Crazy.
be really cool to be, I mean, because it was well received. I mean, it was, that's where Joey fell in love with you. And then,
But
to have that come, like,
we were nominated. I think we won a technical Emmy once.
oh, really?
Not that that's the great measure.
Yeah.
Where we're at, but like I remember, Glee had 11 nominations, and it came out the same year, and we we continuously had zero. So they had Glee put up a huge sign. There were like 11 Emmy noms, and Dan had a sign built that was like 0. Like we were keeping score. Yeah, and then we were kind of like they always were threatening to go like, well, we'll see.
Right.
And then we went to Comic-Con, and I remember we filled this hall, and I was like, oh, these people are watching it. Maybe this is it. But they're watching.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you watch
good.
Rick and Morty?
I do.
Do you see Dan's brain all over it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Created the show. And I'm in it, so thanks.
You are?
Yeah, no, I play. I had a one-time character.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, I made it. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah, it's a good time. You been on it?
Is he? No.
You should.
I know.
He got picked up for 80 or something.
Did he really?
Yeah, this was a couple of years ago. He got picked up for forever.
God.
Can you imagine? Now he's got one on Fox.
What's the one on Fox?
What is it called, Joey? Dumbopolis?
Oh, right, the Acropolis, Bopolis.
Yeah. Sorry, Dan. I haven't eaten today.
Is he one of those guys like you just feel the
It's so
the mind at work?
His voice is I mean, obviously it's Dan. So
Yeah. I don't know. I've never met him.
Yeah, I mean I remember reading that Community pilot going, oh man, this is really good.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll take mercy on me and let me in it. But it was unique. I remember thinking, and then, the way the Community kind of rolled out, it started out semi like
grounded.
Well, like a network, like, oh, they need to have these guys do that. And then they, then he took the reins off and
Right.
flew. Cut to Joey wanting a pint of my blood. But yeah, no, it's weird now because it was 9 years ago that it ended.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how old I am there, kids.
Oh, welcome back to the Grandpa Podcast.
Welcome back to the weird one couch restaurant in the second story of an office building.
It's not in an office building.
Welcome to the old country.
Oh, those other tables are really filling up. I guess we're going to have to wrap up soon. Hey, why shouldn't Joey be in a vest?
Yeah.
I wish I could come over for the steak tonight, but I can't. I have to
Not
pick
invited.
my
Joey's coming though.
daughter up
Joe,
at the
you
airport.
in?
He doesn't eat.
Joey, what did you eat today other than birdseed?
I ate a bagel this morning. I had a
This morning.
Asiago
The whole bagel?
It was a whole bagel. Jalapenos are on it.
Whoa.
Cheese.
Whoa.
You can
and
eat
then
like
just
that.
some snacks for lunch.
An what is it?
Asiago?
Oh, Asiago. I feel
That's
like
the wine. That's like the wine you like.
I think it's a character from a Shakespeare play. No, what is it? Acai bowls.
Acai bowls?
Yeah, still. I had one, and I was like, I just wish this was ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it? It's a berry.
It's
some sort?
yeah. What is your favorite if you are going to cheat?
Pasta, like a
Pasta.
spaghetti carbonara. all day
Oh
long.
yeah.
It's more savory for me. But even on my stupid diets, I will have a square of chocolate in the morning with my coffee.
You will.
I'm like, wow, look at you.
What?
Just going fucking crazy.
What?
Yeah. Crazy.
That is crazy.
I know. I was like, what
But
are
I
you
bet
doing?
you're only doing it because it's going to help your workout.
Yeah, and I just like it. I think it's a perfect combination.
It is a perfect combination.
What's your cheat? Or I'm sorry, what did you cheat today? What did you eat today? Like a loaf of this?
No, what did I eat today?
I like it.
All I
Look at
had
that.
was a Starbucks egg bite.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You haven't eaten today other than that?
Other than that. Oh, and I had some nuts.
From nuts.com?
I had a handful
Not
of nuts.
sponsoring this podcast. Not.
Yeah, that's all I've eaten today. And coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a cigarette.
And a cigarette. They say you're supposed to eat like a king in the morning,
That's all bullshit.
like a prince in the afternoon, and a pauper at night.
Who said that?
King Ferdinand?
King
I don't know.
Ferdinand?
I saw it on
The band?
Instagram.
Franz Ferdinand?
I saw it on Instagram that you're supposed
Ferdinand,
to eat,
who was shot.
eat more in the morning.
He started World War I and had diet?
Yeah, you have then diet tips.
Okay. No, that's just bullshit.
It's bullshit?
No, because not like your body. It's not like a I don't know, a bag of marshmallows is worth less. You're gonna just because you might burn the marshmallows during the day doesn't mean like if you have a bag of marshmallows for dinner, and like, well, this is twice the calories because you'll be sleeping on part of this.
Right.
Your body is processing all this stuff. If you have a problem with, I can understand, like, don't go to bed super full because it's no fun.
Yeah.
You're still digesting.
You're going to have bad dreams.
But if you have a big, huge dinner at 7 o'clock and go to bed at 11, I don't know.
Seems all right.
I've never,
Yeah. Just fewer
my
calories.
stomach just jerked me. I don't know. Do you do that? Do you have a very tiny dinner?
No.
No. Joey?
I do the opposite, and that's why I think it might be something to it, because I don't eat that much in the mornings.
No, if you have like an acid reflux or something or some bad indigestion problems, then I wouldn't do it at night.
The less I eat during the day, I lose my mind by dinner. And I'm like,
right, you're like, I need to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
What will you eat tonight?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it.
This is the most Hollywood
I've been
podcast
thinking
of all
about
time.
it. No, this is more food than Hollywood.
All right.
But I am trying to not eat some carbs as I roll towards the
Special.
taping. Yeah,
I would
have
like
some salmon in my freezer.
Okay, if you cut down on like your carbs, but then like the couple days before, definitely build them back in and get that, that carb energy.
That brain power.
Yeah. But don't drink water 4 days beforehand. Definitely. It's great advice. Have you seen the thing that Hugh Jackman was talking about when he does Wolverine?
No.
He's like, I don't recommend this, but I don't drink. He basically doesn't drink water. And that's how bodybuilders do it. They're so cut down from there's no liquid in them.
Oh my God.
They're cramping up and all that. But that's what, that's
that level.
you want to look like that.
I don't know if I do.
I dare you. Give it a go.
You watch my special, I have no shirt on.
It's just ripped.
The anti-Kreischer. Just have my shirt off and totally ripped.
That would be great.
I don't think people would like it as much as they like Bert's belly.
He's got a good for what he's doing. That's exactly he looks great.
Perfect.
Funny, very nice man.
Good luck with your summer of filming.
Is this it?
This is it.
Good luck on your special.
Thank you.
I will. I'll make a sacrifice.
Give me some
human
recs.
sacrifice.
Give me some recs for Seattle.
All right. Well, there's great.
Where should I stay in Seattle for a fun weekend?
Try In at the Market, because it's right in Pike Place. It's great. It's right in the middle of everything.
What's it called?
In at the Market.
In at the Market. Write that down.
And Matt's in the Market is a great restaurant.
Okay.
There's lots of great walking around there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Where else? Go to Dick's Burgers.
Dick's Burgers.
That's I think is the best hamburger.
Yeah.
They were, like now there's so many, small business owners who make great hamburgers now. Like the Heavy Handed is so good, but I think Dick's, they've been doing it for 50, 60, 70 years, and it's great. Hand-cut fries, all that stuff. So,
really?
Have you been to Heavy Handed?
No.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. All right.
And for the win?
For the win.
The
Never.
burger place.
Mm-mm.
They got multiple locations now. Really good, too.
Man.
Here in LA.
For someone who doesn't eat, you know a lot.
Well, I can get that protein style.
Everybody suffers some way.
Right, Klugman?
Jack Klugman says good night.
He's been dead for what, 40 years?
Yeah,
30 years?
something like that.
Dean Martin, dead for, wow.
Is he dead?
Dean Martin?
Is he?
Yes. That guy? Alive.
This guy's still going.
Yeah.
I saw him at the Galleria.
He's a vampire.
I saw him at the Galleria.
This is one of my parents' favorite singers of all time. Joey.
The best.
Joey.
Joey thought
Do you even
Pavarotti
know
was
if
a
it's Italy?
sitcom star.
I guess it is because of the boat shape.
Yeah, it's got a little boat.
It could be Amsterdam.
It could be Vegas.
It's true.
Well,
All
this
right.
was very cool. When you come back, we should hang out proper.
I'd love to.
Now that I know I get a weapon if we hang out.
You will get a weapon.
That would be really cool.
I got a really cool one knuckle brass knuckle, which is basically a cigar holder too. So
That sounds perfect.
well, thank you for the cigarettes and the bread.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Joey,
And, let me know if your family enjoys the bread.
No.
Please.
Yes, of course. They're going to love it.
I like
I
to
will
hear
say
it.
we're going to have a little bit of it tonight, and then I'll probably cut up and freeze it because then it preserves it.
Why, your family doesn't like bread either?
No, they do, but I don't think we'll get through that whole thing tonight. And there's nothing better than fresh bread, right?
Oh, they're traveling with you?
No, we won't eat it all tonight.
It doesn't have to be tonight. It'll last for the week.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Then I won't cut it up.
Just put a towel over it.
All right.
Don't put it in plastic.
Not in plastic.
No.
Doesn't it trap the moisture?
Yeah, it ruins it.
Well, doesn't the towel, what do you dip it in, like iodine beforehand?
No, just put a towel on it. And then have toast in the morning.
What does a towel do?
It keeps the air from coming on it and being it stale.
What kind of towel? Like a rally towel?
Like after you work out, whatever towel you use to mop
Work
off.
out with that.
Work out,
Okay.
mop off, put it on there.
Wait, does the towel need to be damp?
No.
Okay.
Just toss it on the thing.
I learned something.
Toast in the morning is really where it shines.
Okay.
That's when it's at its best.
Well, I'm not eating toast these days, so. But I could have an egg. Maybe I'll have an egg on toast tonight with the steak.
Yeah. Ooh, now you're talking.
Gluttony.
Love
We've
it.
been going a while. 5:30.
What time is it? Oh, we got to go.
Yeah,
I got to go
gotta
pick
go.
my daughter up at the airport.
Okay.
So exciting.
Okay.
You're the best.
Just about to leave this hellhole.
Oh, my God. It's great having you.
Thanks for always being so great.
You're great.
Here's what's cool about the Hollywood land. That most of the people are really wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just 10% that are complete assholes.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Can you take our picture before you go?
Godzilla -1.